been silent for almost 2 years, but during my silence, I was learning, I was becoming, I was changing, and I was outgrowing certain characters and behaviors in my life. And honestly, right now, I am not apologetic of the changes because I realized those were the changes that I needed in my life. Those were the changes I realized I needed as a person, as a human being, as a woman, as a wife, as a mother. You know, sometimes we have to outgrow certain characters to be able to move ahead freely. So, my friend, if you're watching this video, stay, because I believe the person I used to be was fun, entertaining, beautiful, charming. Actually, the person I was good, but the person I became is more strong, more focused, more better in ways that you will understand in this video. So kindly be with me as we go through these major changes in my life. First of all, what did I change? What did I outgrow? The first thing that I outgrew is my identity. I did not lose the person I was totally, but my identity changed. My identity switched. I was a girl, I was a friend, I'm still a friend, I'm still that girl, but my identity changed when I became a mother. My title changed when I became a mother. So that's the first thing, that's the first change that happened during my 2 years of absence. And that one is non-explainable, and I believe nobody should be apologetic about the changes. When you become a mother, I used to think back then, when I had my friends who got married and then became moms, and then all of a sudden they became a little bit, I cannot say distant, but they became a little bit not available so much like they used to be. And I could think, you know, they just don't want to keep on the friendship or the entertainment with we who are not yet married. But now that I'm on this block, I know it is not because they don't want to entertain or engage with us who were not married yet. It's just that responsibilities are too much on them, and only a fellow mother can understand. And they were tired of explaining themselves to us who weren't married yet. They were tired of explaining how busy they are, how 24 hours a day seems less for them. So that connection outgrew a little bit. I did not understand that by then, but right now where I am are my friends, my dear friends who got married before me and who became moms before me. I understand you, and I'm sorry for the judgment, for the deeper inner judgment that I had that I never shared with you. I thought you guys are too much. I thought you guys are, you know, dramatic a little bit and you haven't got your things together. But sweetheart, I understand you right now, because my identity switched, my priorities changed. 24 hours is not enough for me these days. Oh God. So that's the first major change that happened in my life, and honestly, I am glad it did. The second thing that changed in my life is my emotional deepness. These days, I am more emotional than I used to be, but on a few things, not on everything that used to make me emotional, but everything I feel emotionally is deeper. Right now, if I'm hurt, I feel it deep within. If I am happy, then it is deeper. When I'm grateful, I feel it with volumes. There is this saying that I come across on social medias, saying that as a mom, the first thing that scares you is for your baby to be maltreated in your absence. I never understood how deep that can be. I actually never, honestly, I am not going so much deeper into this experience because there will come a good time for it. But I could just see it, but on a Napa level, the connection, that deep love between a mother and a kid and a child, I could really see it on a Napa level. But right now, my biggest fear is to not be able to be there for my child, and during my absence my child will be treated bad. When I think of it, it gets deeper to my heart. So during these changes that I'm talking about in my life, my emotions grew deeper. And I am not really apologetic about that, because as much as my circle became smaller, I know this small circle that I have is so attached to me in a way that their joy is mine in a deeper way. Their sadness, I feel that with them. I used to do that even before, but for what would I say? I used to do that, but for some unnecessary stuff. I used to throw my emotions all over unnecessarily. That's if I may say that. But right now, my emotions are guarded, protected, but really, really deeper. If you know what I mean, you can understand. The third thing that I outgrew, or the third thing that changed in my life, is priorities. Right now, there are a lot of things that used to matter in my life before, but currently, oh my God, it does no longer matter. And I am so grateful. I am really grateful for this change, because let me tell you something. Before, I think maybe I was too innocent, too stupid, too good, or really so much available. But there are things that really mattered in my life, and I am glad I outgrew them. Like how? Like what? You see, I could prioritize other people's happiness in exchange of mine. I could sometimes go beyond an extra miles to make sure my friends or someone around me, or even my family, to make sure they are happy, they are pleased with me, with my behavior, with my character, with who I am, with everything. And I did that at the cost of my own happiness, my own priorities. But when I started to outgrow this character of putting other people's priorities ahead of mine, it was I think maybe 5 years ago. But it wasn't that deep. But within these 2 past years of my silence, I learned to know what matters the most. I learned to know what are the priorities. Let me tell you one story. You see, after giving birth, I live in Belgium. This end where we live, we do not have house helps, okay? So, after giving birth, normally, naturally, back at home in Rwanda, you have everybody around. You have your sisters, you have your mom, you have the maids, you have all the kind of help you can necessarily need at the moment. So, me trying to be the brilliant, beautiful, well-composed wife, I wanted to keep everything clean while I was still healing from the childbirth. So there is this day. It wasn't even once or twice. It was many times, until one friend of mine gave me an advice that I took, and that advice really helped me so much. And what happened? My baby was sleeping. They normally tell us new moms, kindly sleep when baby sleeps. But that's a myth. It doesn't happen like that. So I was trying to find all the rest that I could, and then my baby was sleeping. Then when I looked at the house, oh my God, it was a mess. Cups all over, plates all over, pots, the house was a mess. And I was tired. It was during the 3rd week of my baby, I think. 3rd week. He wasn't even a month yet. So, you see, he was still raw. So, I looked at everything in the house. I wanted to clean. I wanted to put everything together. My baby is sleeping. Mind you, I want to rest as well. But I have to choose what to do. Either rest, take a shower, eat, or clean the house. So, baby was sleeping. I woke up. I had to eat first, and then cleaned everything. When I went to take a shower, my baby was awake. And when my baby was awake, everything on hold, paused. No resting. And you cannot sleep when the baby is awake. So I was tired and overwhelmed with that ongoing situation. I always wanted to be the perfect wife that I used to be before. I wanted to always make sure my husband comes home, clean house, neat, everything. And guess what? Okay, I don't know about others, but one thing I'm sure of is, if you're a mother in these countries, Europe or USA, where you cannot easily find a maid or easily find help as a new mom, trust me, you will understand what I'm saying. If I tell you to please don't give all your attention to make sure everything is in line like it used to be before. You can't. And if you do that, you're going to run mad. You are going to be depressed, because I tried that for those few weeks and it was overwhelming. One time I was talking to my friend, and she was like, she's a mom of 2 in the US, in Canada, so she understands better. She was like, my friend, this advice, take it, you will thank me later. Don't put yourself on pressure to become the clean woman you used to be before. For now, you and the baby are the priority. If the baby sleeps, take a shower, eat, go to bed. Try all your best to rest when the baby is sleeping, because that's the only way. That was the only way I could get my milk production. It was the best way. Anytime I was resting, milk production was on point, and anytime I did not rest, it was disaster. So she told me that, and once I started to apply that, things changed in my life. I now understood what are the priorities in my life. I don't need to look clean every day as a new mom who's still 3 to 1 month postpartum. I have no help. I have no second support apart from my husband, whom we are living together and who is going back to work. So if he comes and finds a plate there and a cup there, it's okay. He's not gonna blame me. He's not gonna judge me. He understands the situation. Moreover, I have been there before and he knows I was all clean before the baby. So this major change that is happening in my life is not only on me, but it's on all of us, and he sees if he is really a supportive partner, he will see that and he will join in and he will help. So that's what I did. I changed the priorities. I became the priority. My baby became the priority. Most of the time, he could come from work and find, everything messed up like that. And he could sometimes help clean what's possible. Or if he's tired, leave it like that. Then we'll leave it for tomorrow. We don't need to be all clean every time. So, I'm sorry. This one is taking forever. But I think I will come back to this topic a little bit later when I'm talking about all the pressure we get to, bounce back. But for now, as I'm talking about the priorities that changed, this is the major priority that changed. I stopped blaming myself. I stopped judging myself. I stopped wanting to be the perfect woman, the perfect wife, the perfect partner. I had to just show up and do what is the priority. And what was that? To make sure my baby is fed, to make sure I have what to feed the baby, and to make sure I am well. That was it. And I am not apologetic. I am glad I did. I am glad I prioritized myself by the moment. And until now, I still take myself as a priority. Because what I believe is, if I'm happy, my baby is happy, my husband is happy, the home is happy. If I'm clean, my husband is happy, my baby is clean, and the house is, perfect. So I realized I need to put myself first. I need to rest if I want to. I need to put everything on hold if it needs to. I need to listen to my body. I need to listen to my soul. What my soul needs to be fed for my family to function, for my daily life to function. So priorities switched from pleasing everybody out there, pleasing everything around me, making sure everything is perfect, trying to look all clean and perfect. No. My sister, if you are watching me fighting that battle, please, I beg you, you are the priority. And once you listen to your own body, once you listen to yourself, the rest, trust me, it's gonna fall into place. It's gonna follow. You are the priority. Nothing else matters. You are what matters for your home, for your family to function. That's what I believe, and I'm not really apologetic about it. Let's go. The number 4 thing that's changed in my life, and I'm not really apologetic about it, is boundaries. I had to set boundaries in my life, and I am glad, I am proud I did. So let me give you a little bit of the story. Okay, before having a baby, I used to, when I was in Kigali, I used to go everywhere, like with my friends, at any time. If they call at 7 p.m., okay, we're good, let's go. If they call at 8, we go. They could sometimes come to my place like around 9, 10, 11, anytime I was available. Everything was there. But once my baby stepped in, I had to set some boundaries, and I had to respect them boundaries first, so everybody around me can understand and respect those boundaries. First of all, my baby sleeps. If my baby's time of sleeping is already clocking, then I'm going nowhere. If we had plans and maybe you came late or whatever, my baby is going to sleep and everything is cancelled. I had to set boundaries to my friends. I had to set boundaries to my family. Even when I'm at home and then people wants to come see my baby and it is his time of sleeping, my baby is going to bed. Like, the boundaries are like that, and we all respect that. Something else, I had to set boundaries of what kind of friends I have in my life. I know as I speak of this, maybe some people will think they are part of the people I outgrew, but one thing I know is I outgrew certain friends. I outgrew certain group of people that really did not add anything of value in my life that aligns with where I am going, my faith, my responsibilities, my calling, my mission. If you did not align with that, I had to put people a little bit aside. First thing, I don't block people. I just know my way to, show a place. I had to set boundaries of who sees my baby, who comes to my home, who knows where I live, who visits me. All those boundaries, I had to set them. What for? To protect my inner peace, to protect my well-being, to protect my territory. Because trust me, if anybody wants to hurt you or if anybody wants to get into your territory, you will be the one giving them access first of all. So before, honestly, I would say I used to take a lot of bullshit from friends, from family members, from people who really didn't matter a lot in my life. I used to take a lot of bullshit, but right now, I have boundaries. You cannot step into my territories without my will or without my permission, and I let you slide. You do not step into my territory. First of all, I protect my territory so bad. So if maybe someone has slided in and got into my territory, then I'm dealing with you respectfully, or else there's no or else, you are getting out, okay? So I had to set boundaries to protect my inner peace. And since I did set those boundaries, honestly, sometimes life can be boring, lonely, because you had to outgrow certain characters, certain people, and so you had to lose certain friends whom you really didn't have any serious discussions about. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So we at certain point in life, we all have I'm not sure if you people are sent, but me, I used to have certain friends of which I know the type of conversations, the type of hanging out, the type of calls that we used to have really didn't add any value in my life. So in these 2 past years of my life, I had to sit and think and be like, now you are a mother. You have someone to protect. You have someone who will look up to you when he grows. You have someone who will learn from you 1 or 2 things. So would you be happy or would you be proud if your child could see this or that or that? Then I had that conversation with myself, and then I was like, no, I think he would not be happy to see mom befriending this person. Okay, so this person away, this one away. So I know I lost a lot of friends, not losing, but I had to outgrow a lot of friends. Right now I have a small circle of real, genuine, good ones. But those people really whom, you know yourselves, we really didn't have a lot of serious conversation to talk about. So I outgrew you, and I'm not really apologetic. Maybe once life allows that you align into the person and the purpose that I have in this life, maybe you will come back in the line of where I'm going. But currently I really had to outgrow people to protect my territories, to set boundaries so that I can have peace of mind. Yes. So we are going to the last thing. The last thing, or the fifth thing that I prepared, that I planned to talk about today, of the changes that I did in my life, is I had to be so self-compassionate. I had to learn to give myself grace. And this grace I gave myself, trust me, if you're watching this video, I pray to God, you give yourself this grace. If you're a woman, give yourself grace. If you're a man, give yourself grace. This life itself is so hard on us. The pressure of life on a daily basis is too much. So you cannot add on that pressure to yourself. You can suffocate. So I had to be so self-compassionate about myself. Let me tell you the grace I'm talking about. I wanted to be the well-composed person. Fofo who's got everything together. Fofo who's always in line like this. Fofo who has, everything clean, composed, well, all that. But in that process, I realized I am actually, I am destroying myself, because I did put pressure on myself, and because of that I could not realize the improvements, or I could not realize how much I'm giving in. I could not realize the best I'm actually doing. So I had to learn to give myself grace. A little bit of an example. We will go more deeper about this later on, but with my journey of being a mother and then wanting to breastfeed and all that, my breastfeeding journey was not easy for the first 2-3 weeks, I think. A few people whom we talked, they already know. But I could pressure oh my God, when I think of it, I don't wish that to anybody. I could pressure myself to an extent. I thought I'm not doing enough. Well, first of all, my baby started to lose weight. His birth weight started to reduce really quick, and then the doctors had told us that normally when the babies are born, they lose a little bit of weight and then it comes back later. But me, I thought it's something that I'm not doing. I thought I'm not doing it enough. I thought I'm not doing anything. Oh shit. The pressure was too much on myself. Every night, I couldn't sleep. The baby could sleep. I'm researching. YouTube, ChatGPT, everywhere. I wanted to know what to do to make sure I have enough of breast milk for my baby. And the breast milk was not the issue. The issue was we are all learning. I am learning, the baby's learning. We just don't know what we don't know what we're doing. So I could put pressure and stress on myself, and with pressure and milk production, it doesn't work. So for those 3 first weeks, I think I could not give myself grace. I always thought I'm not doing things right. I could put pressure on myself. Then, as I said, I have a friend. My best friend, she's a mom of 2. She calls me. She was with me through this whole journey. Once I'm talking about my pregnancy journey in general, you will hear more about her. So again, she comes. She's like, Fofo, give yourself grace. You are already doing enough. You are already a good mother. Rest, give yourself grace. Put in your mind that you are doing all you can. Then from there, you will see the changes. Guys, trust me, honestly, I'm saying this to anybody. This is my truth, honest. I trust God. I cannot lie. The first day I started to give myself grace is the first day things changed. Every other strategies that I had used to make sure my baby is well fed and stuff, honestly, it hasn't worked. All the meal preps, all the pumping and everything, it wasn't really working. From the first day I told myself, Fofo, I could go in my mirror and say, Fofo, you are a good mother. You are doing enough already. Your baby is happy, your baby is proud, and your baby loves you. Breathe that, breathe in, breathe out. Every time. So I learned to give myself grace. And since that day, honestly, things changed. If you know me for a long time, you know how healthy my baby was. Very healthy, very chubby, very charming. My fellow new moms could text me, ask me, what are you feeding the baby? What are you doing with the baby? All that. And whoever I replied, I told them what to do, but I told them not to pressure themselves. I told them to give themselves grace. Don't panic, don't pressure. You are already a good mother. And from there, do this, eat this, drink this, rest, and it gonna work, because that's what worked for me. So that's one example of the grace I gave myself, and I'm still carrying that grace up to today. If my baby is not okay in a certain way, I don't think I am the problem. He might be sick, something might be off. I have to look for what is off, but I am not the problem. Anytime, anywhere, even when I'm sleeping, anything, anywhere. One thing that is in my mind, one thing that nobody can change from me is I am already a good mother for my kids. I am already enough for my family. I do all I can. I sacrifice more than anybody can understand. So you are not coming here to tell me that I am the problem in any way. I give myself grace like that. I understand that this life can really be so pressuring in any way, but I am not accepting the pressure. I am not accepting that. I'm not taking in that pressure, that judgment, that everything from the outside. I gave myself grace. I learned to understand that self-compassionate is the best, and this one worked for me. Up to today, I am not apologetic. I am not apologetic about it. Grace, I pray, if you're watching this video, I pray you get grace. As a man who is working, struggling, thriving, out here, trying to do all you can to make sure you put the bread on the table for your family. My friend, you're doing enough. You're a strong man. You're a good father. You're so capable. You've got everything it takes. You've got all the potential. You are doing enough. You are not lazy. You are not unlucky. You are just a human being living, trying their best to make sure their families are fed. Give yourself grace. Don't put pressure on yourself. I see you, I appreciate you, and I recognize the strength you have as a man. And my dear fellow woman, we have a lot of things that happens in our lives every month. It's either this or that or that or that. Don't add all the pressure to yourself, given the fact that this life already is pressuring us, my fellow woman. You are enough. Whatever you're doing, either as a working mom to raise your family, as a girl who's thriving and struggling to be financially independent, to do something for your life, don't pressure yourself. Don't let the pressure put you into the wrongdoings. Don't let the pressure divert you into things you might regret later. Just believe in yourself. Give yourself the grace you need. You are a strong woman. You are an independent woman. You don't need to go astray to put bread on your table. You don't need to bend low. You don't need to bend down to get certain favors in life. No. Give yourself grace. Believe that what you're doing is already enough for yourself. As long as you wake up, as long as you're not lazy, as long as you don't sleep and think someone out there is gonna be pitiful enough to feed you, think that someone out there is gonna be so compassionate enough to feed you. As long as you do something for yourself, my beautiful, that's enough already. Give yourself grace, work hard, and never lose who you are. Never lose your identity as a woman, to make sure you get the easy way out, if you understand what I mean. So basically, if you've watched this video until now, just know these changes that I'm talking about did not happen in a blink of an eye. It took me years. Some started 5 years ago, others started 2 years ago, and until right now, I am still changing. I am still outgrowing certain characters. I am still becoming a better version of myself. So don't think you're late to become. This is your time. Outgrow certain characters that are not healthy for yourself. Outgrow certain behaviors that are not aligning with who you want to be and the purpose that God had when He created you. Focus on that. Outgrow whatever that does not align with it. I love you. Kindly, don't forget to share this video to whoever you think it might be so helpful. If you've watched until here, like this video and go into the comment section. Talk to me. I'm always there replying to you guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me your experiences. Tell me your characters you outgrew, or even suggest what you want me to talk about more often. I will do that. And again, if you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate if you subscribe. It's not expensive. Okay. I'm telling you. Let's talk about subscription. It's not expensive. You just have to click, boom, the subscription button. Then that will be it. You do it only once. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't cost a thing. It is just to make my heart, smile. Thank you. So you've already done that, I believe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking this video. I love you so much, and trust me, I am working so hard to make sure I am so often on your screens. See you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao, ciao. Next time.